This is the Allen wrench you're going to use for putting it together. So we're going to go backwards. This is the last step that you do when putting it together. It's going to be 2 screws here. I'm going to take this one off. Once you start taking the second one off, make sure you hold the top. And actually, before you screw it off, what I want you to do is bend it over. You're going to take the wires out. So there should be 2 wires. One charges the iPad, you'll recognize it right away. Unplug it. When you're putting it together, you'll be plugging it in. The other one is the power for the ring light. Unplug that. Okay, so these are the steps from taking it apart. So now that they're in, now you can unscrew that final last ring. Remember to keep holding the ring. As you unscrew it, you'll notice that the cables are going to come out of the hole at the top. So be careful when you pull this out. Okay, so as it comes out, you see this hole? Do not just rip it out. Grab the cables and pull them out. These are the ones you just disconnected. So when you're putting it together, you're going to put the cables in here first. Okay, you shove them in there. You're gonna put the light on and then screw it in. Don't forget here, you're gonna plug those in. So now that they're unplugged, you can take it apart. This part is the first part that goes in the box. You'll notice it's got cushions. You're going to line it up so that the end, where's the end? Yep, the end, the part that has the screws, is going to go away from this part where it opens up like this, okay? So think about where the screws go, goes away. So you'll see that when you open it. Then, this is right on top. So from there, this is level 1. So it's gonna be like a hamburger. That first one is the bun. Then, next step, you're going to unscrew these 2 and those 2. So unscrew. Should be fairly easy and quick. They're small screws. You can play this video in reverse for understanding how to put it together. I will make a video for that too. These 4 screws, make sure that you're putting all the screws in this little baggie. All the screws will be here. Please do not lose any because there's only enough, the exact amount that we need. Make sure the cables are back in. This part is now unscrewed. When you pull it apart, you'll see the 2 powers. They go through the entire thing. All you need to do, unplug here, unplug here. Leave this in there. These cables just go back inside. So you'll see the power cable for the light. You'll see the power cable for the iPad. This stays in. I leave that there. Then, what we're gonna do is make sure we got some room. So let's take this tape off for a second. Flip this on its side and come to this end. Yep. When you're here, these are the last screws. So it's only a 1, 2, 3 steps. These 4 need to come off. Remember, this is when taking it apart. I'm gonna show you the easiest way to put it on. This is probably the hardest screws to put on because of the angle. Okay, so we just unloaded the photo booth, getting ready to set up. The way that you know that this is the bottom part is because it's got Instagram on the bottom and it's got the actual white extension cord inside. So you know that's the bottom. You want this to face the direction of your outlet because that's where the extension cord is going to go through. So when you get here, grab, you're going to place here in an angle. If you can use your leg, it is a little uncomfortable. The hardest part is getting that first one in. You're going to put that first one in. You can use your hand. Once it's in, boom, and start screwing in. Once you get that first one in, you're good to go. It may take you a couple of tries. And you can pause. Okay. All right, so when putting it away, this is the base. The base is the meat of this sandwich that we just made. So you have the bun, it's gonna be your iPad and ring light. This base is the meat, so this is the middle. Flatten it out, put a little pressure on it so that it's flat. It should be just where this, the edge of this foam is. From there, don't forget to put this last foam. This last foam is coming in between. The foam goes in between every piece that's white, so it doesn't get scratched. Now, horizontally, there's 2 spots. One is a little bit shorter than the other. The one that has SMS, email, and Facebook. This one goes in the smaller spot. So the smaller spot is towards, away from where it hinges. This is the smaller spot, so you'll see that when you open it. Okay, then put the piece here in between. We haven't rolled this up, so this extension cord doesn't have to be fancy. You can just shove it right back in. Make sure it's unplugged. Take your time, put it right back in there. This piece that has Instagram and Twitter on it is going to go in the longer side. It's going to be a really tight fit. Come here, and it's really nice and snug. You have a little gap here. This is where I want you to put these little baggies, which have extra screws, different stuff. And the baggie that you just filled with screws goes right there. Please, this is super important. Don't forget that. This here, you'll see it when you open it, goes right in this hole. Bam. That is the entire photo booth in reverse, tearing it down. Good luck.
Okay.